So this section is all about skin to skin. Now, first thing, I'd like you to just think about how your baby is feeling right in this very moment. Inside your uterus, they are in a very familiar environment with a very, very familiar sound, your heartbeat and your voice. There is a very particular smell that they know that they're safe and it's very familiar for them. We have a really lovely, constantly warm environment and they feel really, really safe. Now, every time you talk to your baby, you stroke your bump and you respond to those movements, your body and your baby is producing oxytocin, and this is really helping to grow your baby's brain. Even more so when you have close family members, partners, siblings connecting with your bump and your baby, perhaps singing to them, reading to them, stroking the bump. This is all excellent, producing oxytocin and really helping to build those early relationships before you meet them. Now I'd like you to think about how they might be feeling when they first enter the world. They have just gone through the most craziest water flume of their entire life, and they're suddenly met with very bright lights, very, very loud noises. It's freezing cold, and they hopefully will let out a big gasp and a big cry. That's what we hope for at birth, and it helps to push all of that fluid that's in their lungs out into the rest of their body. As you can imagine, this is quite a stressful environment for a brand new baby. So by placing your baby in an environment that's very familiar to them, that will really help to calm your baby down and say, you are safe. So how do we achieve that? Well, we would recommend having some uninterrupted skin-to-skin contact with your baby as soon as they're born, if clinically able to do so. So as long as you're well and your baby is well, we would dry your baby and then we would place them onto your bare skin on your chest. So we call this skin to skin. Now, when your baby is in this environment, they hear a very familiar noise again, you. And this tells them that they're automatically safe and they're with their parent. This also helps them to smell you and know that they're safe, and that will really help them to start reducing their stress hormones. And that will then help them to start regulating how to breathe and how to start controlling their own temperature by themselves. Because remember, it's all been done for them throughout the pregnancy. They also need to find their own source of food now that they are out of your womb and into the world. So they will start to show some signs that they want to seek out the breast. By being in skin to skin, this is really going to help your milk-making hormones to start being produced and therefore switch on lots of milk-making cells to start creating and making milk. If for any reason you cannot have your baby skin to skin, then what we would say is as soon as you have your baby with you, have that time, that protected time. It's not a once only thing that you can only have it after birth and then that's it. You can have it in the hours, days, weeks, months and years after you've had your baby. And sometimes if mothers are feeling unwell, perhaps maybe they've had anaesthetic during their labour and birth and they're feeling a little bit nauseous, we would encourage any birth partner that's there to be able to do skin to skin as well. And this will have all of those wonderful benefits for your baby. On your skin, you have very special bacteria that's really friendly bacteria. And that in itself will already start building your baby's immune system. And it's a really, really great start for the baby. If you are having your baby in theatre, whether that be planned or unplanned, most of the time it's absolutely okay to be doing skin to skin in theatre too. The teams are very good at knowing how to facilitate skin to skin safely, and we would make sure that you feel comfortable during your time in theatre. The only time that we would not advocate skin to skin in theatre is if for whatever reason you are put to sleep during the birth of your baby. Now this is the most uncommon type of caesarean. We call this an emergency caesarean. So we have planned caesarean, we have an unplanned caesarean, which is where you have a caesarean during your labour. And then we have an emergency. caesarean where the mother is put to sleep and the baby is born very quickly. So with a planned and unplanned caesarean, we would encourage skin to skin in theatre and then again round in the room when you go back into your room after having your baby. The only time that we wouldn't be facilitating skin to skin is if you are put to sleep during the birth of your baby.
Fantastic, well done. Excellent. Your sleepy head, say hello to your mum and dad. There we go. That's better. Well done.
As soon as Angela's baby is born, she enjoys skin-to-skin contact. This is a special time to bond with your baby. Skin-to-skin also has an important effect on you both. It triggers the release of hormones that tell your body to start making breast milk, and it stimulates your baby's instinct to look for the breast. Some babies will attach themselves and begin to feed at this time. Maria wanted to enjoy skin-to-skin with her baby after her caesarean, but she's not yet feeling strong enough.
Here we go. Let me see you there.
She'll have the chance soon, in the recovery room or the postnatal ward. But if you do need a caesarean, you should still be able to have skin-to-skin contact straight away. Getting your baby washed and dressed can wait till later. Skin-to-skin contact is also important because it helps to regulate your baby's temperature and heart rate. Dads can have skin-to-skin too.
You're just bright and alert, aren't you?
As many babies do, Cameron has had a short rest after his birth. But the skin-to-skin contact with Angela has triggered his instinct to feed.
He's beginning to start moving himself. Have a wee crawl. Yeah, you're beginning to waken up. There's a textbook for feeding as well. Yeah.
He sniffs and licks Angela's breast, and it's not long before he's happily attached and feeding away.
That's fantastic. See the nice big deep sucks he's having now? You can see him using his jaw and his tongue, and his cheeks get nice and fat when he sucks. And he has a wee pauses, and then away he goes again. Can you see how he's nice and turned in towards you? And he's in nice and close. And really, to get them to attach well, the trick is just put them in the right position. If you put the baby in the right position, he'll attach perfectly. Great. Absolutely great.
Maria is now recovering from her operation and breastfeeding her son.
He's latched on straight away. He was happy. So I'm happy. It's just amazing how they know what to do straight away. You can see his little cheeks going up and down.
For the first few days after giving birth, your body makes a unique form of milk called colostrum. It's tailor-made for newborn babies with all the nutrition they need in a concentrated form, ideal for their tiny digestive system. Your baby will only take about a teaspoonful of feed, and your breasts may not feel full at this stage. Colostrum also contains protection against illness and infections, which formula milk doesn't have. It's best for your baby to feed only on breast milk. Giving your newborn baby any formula or supplements can affect your milk supply. Breastfeeding your baby early and often will help your body prepare a good supply of milk for the months ahead.
It's a great feeling to be able to do that, provide for them without anything else, you know, just me, myself. And hopefully I'll be able to do it for months and months to come. That's my target anyway.